What's going on, everybody? It has been a while since we've driven the Calypso, and I think we're going to do that today. Got her running good. Made a couple of changes. Once we get back, I'll go over all that. Talk a little bit about the clutch today as well. Alright, so if you guys don't know, we now have a Vengeance twin disc clutch in this car. As you can see, it drives really nice in between gears, meaning the shifts are buttery smooth. Taking off is a little different, but I'm not going to say that it's jerky. It's a matter of learning the car. You got to remember, this is a high performance clutch, so they're all going to be a little grabby. That's just part of it. All right, so I'll give you guys a good example. Here we go, from a dead stop. Pretty smooth. This car has a very touchy throttle, so that's why it revs up like that every time I take off. As you can see, this car's pretty much been stripped out of a lot of its goodies down here. You can see in the floorboard. I've had to use a lot of this stuff for the Carbon Fox to go to Texas with and everything else. But with that being said, the Calypso is still on my list. We made some huge improvements today on this car, and we'll talk about it when we get back. Still rowdy on 5 pounds. So cold, everything's like shaking. So we have broken the clutch in and everything seems to be pretty good. I mean, this car is not going to hook on street tires, we know that, so it's kind of hard to test the clutch. But all in all though, I really like this clutch because, I don't know, I mean, it gives you the grip power that you need without breaking your freaking leg trying to press it. And the shudder and chatter seems to be at a minimum for the most part. You're going to get a little bit of that for sure, but I think I can live with it. You just have to know how to work the clutch, that's all. All right. Oh yeah, this thing is wicked quick. I'm telling you, it's just I can't do but so much with it. I hate that. I need to put my drag radials back on it so we can really test the car out, but it's wicked. When the boost comes in with this little turbo, it's instant. This thing just, man, it's hunting, dude. I wish we could do more, but it's really cold outside and we're on street tires. Ultimately though, this car needs some work. You I've said it before and I'll say it again. We got to put some more work into this thing. The engine runs good, but there's still just some little issue. There's some tuning issues that me and Matt still need to address, and it just comes down to taking the time to get it done and sending him the data logs. Overall though, the Calypso is a great platform. It just needs some more work. It needs to be finished up, and it's my own fault, and I keep saying it, but it's funny how you can take one step in the wrong direction and the next thing you know, you're a million miles away from where you wanted to be. And I think that's kind of the issue that we've got with this car. I took a couple of steps in the wrong direction. I'm not going to say in the wrong direction in general, but for me, wasn't really where I wanted to go. It's just funny how it all snowballs, right? You know, since I wasn't happy with the car, I said, well, you know, I need to take this air fuel gauge. I'll just take it out of this car and put it in this car for the time being. You always take it out of the car that you drive the least or like the least. And as of lately, it's been the Calypso, so it's had a lot of stuff kind of taken off of it and it's been neglected. It is what it is, guys. We're going to have to just jump back on this thing, do some little stuff here and there. As I said, we'll be working on the 65 over here and Andrew's car, but this car will be getting some love. The rest of the cars, I'm just going to kind of chill out with them. I don't have any major plans for them right now. I got to do some gears in the gray car. So we're going to do a brake drum rebuild on the back of this car so that we can get the converter to hold a little bit better. Got a few other issues with the Calypso. Down here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but my paint has chipped off my door pins. Look at this. So the brand new door pins have popped out. So I've got to go in and put new door pins, new bushings and all that in this door again, because now the door's sagging, and like I said, it's messed up my ground effects. So I'm gonna have to at least respray this ground effect. Back here we have some paint issues from where the paint's just, I don't know. Paint's not holding up on this car the best. I used a cheap paint and I used a cheap clear. I've never really had any issue with it in the past, but for whatever reason, it's just not working out on this car. So at some point, more than likely, I'm gonna repaint this thing. At that time, we'll probably go with a 4-inch cal hood, and we're probably gonna go black and silver. I'm telling you, if I repaint it, it's probably gonna be that, or either I'm gonna do a mixture of teal and Calypso together. So the 93 Cobra teal mixed literally half and half with Calypso. I'm curious as to how it would look. So I'll probably go up to my paint guys at Ken's Pro Colors and we'll try that color out and we'll see what it looks like. Those are probably the two options with this car. And I know they're drastic, but I'm just ready for a change with this thing. I don't know if you guys remember, but I mentioned in a couple of videos back about doing the little things to your car to make it so that you enjoy it. It's those little things that'll cause you to sell a car, or it's those little things that'll cause you to enjoy a car. It's not the overall paint. It's not the wheels and tires. It's not the interior. It's not how fast it is. It's those little things. For instance, the rattle that I had over here. You guys could hear it in some of the older videos. It would just squeak and rattle, and it was bumping up against the firewall of the car. Also, I had a clutch issue. Made it to where it just was not fun to drive the car. Every time you took off, it shuddered. If you go to get in it really hard, it would shake, and it'll rattle your teeth out of your head. We still have more issues, but here's the thing. Since we fixed those two things, and the fan situation as well, I've already enjoyed driving this car more. It's just crazy. It's those little things that you overlook and you think, there's no way if I fix that, I'm going to enjoy this car more. But it works. I promise you, try it out. Fix some of those little nagging things that you've been kind of waiting on. Then you're like, well, you know, I kind of want to wait on that because I'm doing this. No, just go ahead, go outside today, tomorrow, sometime, and do it, because it'll make you feel a lot better about your car. So I'm happy to be able to work on this thing and turn some wrenches. It makes me feel good, because the one thing that sucks is to have a car like staring at you, right? Sitting outside in the driveway, and you're working on another car, and it's like, bitch, I only need a few parts. You can't help me out? You gonna go in here and rebuild this thing? Like, that's what's in the back of my head every time I come in here, and I'll try to work on the 65, and this thing's sitting out here. So yeah, it's time we show it some love. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, wrap this video up. Stay motivated. Do whatever it is that you got to do. I always say that. That's my thing. That's what I do. And as always, thanks for watching.